Hello viewers, it is I, Panic at the Tesco, ready to welcome you to yet another round of our Ultimate Racing League Manufacturers Trophy. How have you been? I hope everyone's having a good week so far, and I hope I'm just about to make it just that bit better. As always, the Manufacturers Trophy has two races, one in Gr4 cars, one in Gr3. And this weekend we are over in America at Trial Mountain, one of the all-time classic tracks from Gran Turismo. I am going to just get out of this wilderness and go and walk down to the grid now. We will do a grid walk as always, introduce our competitors, and then we will get the first of our two races underway. So, as I just mentioned, let's make our way from the back of the grid all the way to the front to see who got pole position. So, bringing up the back of the grid is our series regular newcomer, Labillion. And I'm just going to take a moment to comment on Labillion's car, actually. It is a very distinctive car, lots of colours going on, sort of an art car theme. Three flags on the back. Now, two of them are very easy for us sort of Europeans to understand. There's the Canadian flag and the South African flag. Does anyone want to have a guess in the comments what the flag in the middle is? Well, if you said the Democratic Republic of Congo, you would be correct. It is the Congo flag, and so we've got three nations represented on one car, and also, as I said last time, a lot of sponsors here. One thing that we know about Labillion is that he clearly likes his chicken because he's got KFC and Nando's, and I can relate because I basically live off both of those. Going one space further forwards, we've got Carlsberg, who had a bit of drama in qualifying. We don't know what, we'll have to speculate because we don't get to see the qualifying replays. But something happened, and Carlsberg, unfortunately, starting in the penultimate position in that Lexus RCF, sponsored by Carlsberg and Tesco, but not me personally. Another newcomer to our season, he's been in a couple of the races, is G Smith. I still don't know what the G stands for, in the very distinctive toilet duck livery there in car number 323 in the Jaguar. So we'll have to see this mighty duck make its way through. What does it actually say there? Oh, it's not rocket science, it's duck science. Yep, I fully agree. We will hopefully see that car coming a mile away and see it come through the grid. And then the complete opposite, the Prince of Darkness himself has arrived. Hailing from Scotland, it is Stealth with his dastardly 666 Ferrari, and I'm going to say every video, if he's 555, then if I'm 555, then he's 666. I got it wrong that time. Oh well, I'm not going to edit that out. Moving one space further forwards again, we have got the VW of Hawkeye, and as always, the Makita livery on there. And he doesn't seem to really have much tyre on his tyre, does he? His wheel is mostly rim, so I don't want to be driving that because I dare say it's going to bounce a bit with the rims being so low. Then we go forwards to our host with the most. It is Rufus in the Porsche Cayman S. And then we start getting towards a mid-pack now. We have got Fazzy in the classic Chevrolet Corvette. I actually don't know if he's got a livery on here and it's just not loaded. There is always a chance of that, but let's just assume for the moment that it's supposed to be the factory Corvette. Nothing wrong with that. And it's a classic livery, of course. And then we move to the Saint. The Saint also he likes the big rims as well. So the Saint there in his Cayman S as well. And give a big shout out now, a big shout out for Hoyland, who you might not recognise him because he hasn't got Woody Woodpecker on his car this weekend, but maybe that was what was holding him back, who knows. But here he is, near the sharp end of the grid, in 4th place, I believe this is, in his Citroen GT. So a best qualifying position here for Hoyland. A big round of applause, and I hope that the race goes well for you. Then moving on to our top 3, we have got not the Saint. It is the Saint formerly, but I'm going to get this wrong again. IQ CW4. Hey, I'm getting back into the habit of saying it. I'm just going to call him IQ in his Porsche Cayman. Unlike the other Porsche, this one actually has rubber on the tyres. And then, careful not to give away pole position, although it's not a big surprise, is it? Let's be honest. In 2nd place is keyboard captain in his Ferrari. Is that a 45? Yeah, Ferrari 458. I sometimes forget what the cars are. And then that leaves our pole sitter and our fastest man. Now, I don't have the qualifying times, but the rumour that I've heard is that this qualifying lap was fast with a capital F, and that us League One boys need to watch out. So either way, that's just speculation, just a bit of rumour. What isn't a rumour is that Itsumi Dan has once again got pole position, and we'll have a clear view of the track. Let's see what his view of the track's like coming down this straight. He's got that long straight down into the very high speed turn 1 to contend with, and it's a lot easier going into turn 1 when you're only looking forwards and not behind. So we'll have to see how he copes. Now, just to finish off, who's on what tyres? Well, it's a very easy one this time. A bit about tyre strategy and tyres. So everyone in the field is on the racing softs except for Lebillion in last place, who's taking the mediums. That means that we should expect to start to see some pit stops around lap 5 or 6. Depends entirely on how much you wear the tyres out here. But the front right tyre takes an absolute pounding here because we've got quite a lot of high-speed corners where you have a high-speed left-hand corner which wears out the front right. I am going to take bets already that Carlsberg's going to struggle in that horrible Lexus, but we'll have to see how everyone else does. I am calling it, say, lap 5 or 6, I would expect to see the soft tyres start to fade away. So, without further ado, let's go over to our cameraman Bob, and we will get our action underway. So, we are tracking Itsumi Dan here as he takes us down into the start-finish line, and we are about to get underway. There is the klaxon, he's crossed the start-finish line, and he leads us. And he's just got a short run here down into turn 1. Turn 1 should be easy for everyone here on lap 1 because we are not at full racing speed, so it should just be nice and flat out, and then you bring the car over to the right, followed by over to the left through the valley corners. None of the corners here have names, so I'm just going to make them up. And oh, there was a car off there, it was Fazzy. It looks like he's rejoined though, he's rejoined, and the Saint there appears to have just got past Hoyland as well. Hoyland just going out wide through the North Tunnel. The Saint going wide at bank as well. So the Saint just running wide, and that allows Hawkeye to get through into 5th place. Now, can Rufus capitalise on all of this? Let's go on board here with Hawkeye and look back as we go through the bowl for the first time. Lights turning on now as we enter the tunnel. This is the famous mountain tunnel, the longest straight on the track, and Rufus taking advantage of that long straight as they're in identical machinery, Rufus and the Saint here. Is Rufus going to make a dive? Let's see. And Fazzy in the middle. They are 3 wide here as we go through Lakeview for the first time. Fazzy just getting out slightly wide there, just giving the Saint a bit of elbow, but no contact made. and Smith actually looking to capitalise as well. He manages to get past Smith Saint as well. The Saint having a really bad first lap here. He's lost a couple of places and now having to hold off Stealth as well. Stealth there just as we go down the dipper for the first time as well. So Stealth struggling, and Carlsberg just watching patiently here. Carlsberg's not made up any ground at all, but now Stealth, is he going to brake hard under braking for the old chicane? Now the old chicane used to be flat out through here. It was a very scary corner back in the day, but we've safened the track up here with two tight two tight 90-degree corners. Anyway, let's go back up the order, see where people are. So Itsumi Dan is still leading. Keyboard Captain very close to him as we go through Valley 1 and Valley 2 here. And going into the tunnel, they look a little bit more spaced out. IQ keeping on to these as well, so we've got a bit of a lead pack forming here. Keyboard looks awfully close from that camera angle, doesn't he? Oh, he's hit the barrier! He's hit the barrier. That's going to scrub off his speed massively, and look now, IQ is giving him some. IQ, as we come through the overview and into the bowl, IQ is well, he's fell back a little bit again, but oh, and it looked like Itsumi Dan also making a mistake there, just clipping the outside of the tunnel wall, and this is setting up a run here, possibly for Keyboard to show it's not going to be long enough. And he's also got to defend as well, so we've got 3 cars in a line. We'll go back down the grid and see what's happening elsewhere, but we've got these 3 cars battling it out for the lead. And oh, Keyboard Captain's gone for a dive. Keyboard Captain's gone for a dive, and he's got him. I think he's got him. Oh, and Itsumi Dan in the barrier on the inside as well, and now coming under attack. He's and IQ has managed to get through as well, but it's too wide. Now IQ's going to have the inside here. Itsumi Dan cuts back to the inside, now becomes the outside as we go down the dip. Oh, and he's pushing down off the track. I don't think that's deliberate, but elbows out racing here from IQ. He really wants that win, and now he's got a view of first place. Hoyland doing very well, holding on to 4th place here. Hawkeye in 5th, Fazzy in 6th. And oh, we've just caught Rufus on candid camera having a spin, so it's only customary now to go back and laugh at him. And this is actually something that I've noticed with Rufus, is that when he does have a spin, he does tend to struggle to get the car going again as well. That is, it looks like his number plate's hanging off there. That must be part of the livery and not part of the crash. But yes, I have picked up on that, is that when Rufus has a spin, he does struggle to get it going. So my advice, Rufus, is just keep a calm head and use the handbrake. Spin the car around on the handbrake. So what's he done? He's got out wide, yeah, and then just span it around. And it's easy to do that, and again, to avoid the spin there, you have to admit defeat very early when you get on that grass. If you don't, you are guaranteed to have a spin. So let's go and see where everyone else is. So the Saint in 9th place, so Stealth did actually get him. And then Smith up in 7th. So let's go back to this lead battle though. So, and Itsumi Dan is right behind IQ. And look at that, he was dipping out there to have a look. He's actually having to slow down. It looks like he's quicker than IQ through those opening corners. They are almost flat in these cars, and IQ definitely having a lift. So let's see. Can Dan get back into 2nd, and can he even win the race? He's got quite a bit of wear already on that front right, like I thought we'd see. And it's corners like the one that's coming up just before the tunnel, corner that I call the bowl, that really wear out that front right, because now you're dragging it all the way round into there. Oh no, he's hit the barrier again. Oh wow, Dan is struggling here a little bit. It's unusual to say that, and actually Hoyland gaining on him here, but in the background we have got an overtake here, so maybe Hawkeye got a bad exit as well, because he's got Fazzy to his inside here. Fazzy just needs to outbrake Hawkeye, hold the inside, and it should be an easy move. And he's got him actually before the braking zone as well. Now, let's see, is Hawkeye, he's not going to wall of death around the outside. He's taken the faster line, which is the inside one. So Fazzy up a place. Then we've got Smith in 7th place with Stealth, giving him some pressure here as well. So Stealth all fired up here to have a go at 7th place. And then we've got Saint back down in 9th, and Colesberg not making the progress I thought he would actually. So we usually see Colesberg up near the podium spots, at least until his tyres fall off. His tyres are looking angry already though. Look at the other cars. Stealth there looks like he just went a bit wide on the entrance to the old hairpin, the old chicane. Did I call it the old hairpin last time? It's definitely the old chicane is what I meant to say. But he's managed to get a better exit than Smith here. Now it's very hard to overtake down into turn 1 here. You basically have to trust the other guy, but Stealth's going to have a go. He's going to have a go and he's bailed out. Yes, exactly, that's the thing. You've got to really trust the driver in front of you when you do that. Meanwhile, Saint has got a penalty. It's very easy to get a penalty for running over the yellow curb on the entrance to turn 1 there. Turn 1 being Larkspur, by the way, if anyone knows what that refers to. I think Gr4 might know. Larkspur is what we're calling turn 1. Let's go up the grid and see what's happening. So I do realise that I've left this battle alone a little bit, and IQ is having a look here for his first win. Let's go on board. So slipstream battle. I just saw him ducking out of the ducking to the left and then ducking to the right. Not toilet ducking, a different type of duck. That would be Smith, who's toilet ducking, and IQ has the fastest lap of the race so far as well, 2:01.7. The pace here is pretty good as well. So my own lap times were in the 2:01 range, so respect for these lap times as well, although enough said about my Mustang the better. The less said about my Mustang the better. So yeah, we've got this 3-car battle for the lead. This is looking to be a promising race, so don't go anywhere. If someone knocks on the door, just ignore them. They're probably just there to sell you something anyway. You just tell them you're watching URL. And look at that, IQ getting a much tighter line through the exit of the chicane there. Now, it looks like a tighter line wasn't the better line though, because it does look like Keyboard's dropped him slightly here, and he's got to defend now from Isumi. Dan again. Dan knows better than to try it into turn 1. It's just not an overtaking spot. There's not enough of a braking zone there to overtake. But Hoyland, let's just remember, is holding his own here. He's really come alive at this track. Hawkeye in 5th. Fazzy, look at that. Wow, look at that front right. I think the Corvette engineers have been talking to the Lexus engineers, and Bob's not doing his job very well either, because Bob's completely missed that overtake. Let's go back and watch it from on board. Let's watch it from the front. So the camera just not picking it up because of the frame of view, but Hawkeye just seemed to be really slow on the exit for some reason. He didn't lose the line or anything. He just really seemed to have backed off, like he had a watermelon under his accelerator, or similarly sized fruit. So it does seem like he just seemed to. And I've took my eyes off it, and Itsumi Dan's got past IQ. So now we need to go just back and watch this as we exit the bowl. He's actually, what am I saying? He's already passed, so we need to be watching from here. So it was going through bank. So here we go. What's he do? Does he run wide? He doesn't run wide. He just doesn't get a good exit, and it's maybe because Keyboard held him up slightly. I want to just go back and watch that one more time. So we'll watch it from on board. Yeah, so Keyboard, look at this. Keyboard has ran wide, and that's caused IQ to have to really get out of it. And Dan has just gone, thank you very much, and then can hold it to the inside. He's got the inside line, and now IQ can come back at him. But look at this, IQ's tyres, Dan's tyres. IQ's tyres, Dan's. And it seems like Dan is actually wearing out his front right more than everyone else as well. I'm going to call that Tesco syndrome. because I do know if you are pushing really hard around here and driving fast laps, like Itsumi Dan's fastest lap, you're going to wear the tyres out so much faster. He's going for the lead now. He's seen his opportunity, and Keyboard going wide as well. This should be open and shut for Itsumi Dan now. He should be able to get enough of the car ahead as we go through camping. Yeah, we just go... I don't actually think I have a name for this corner, but we go down the dipper now, and Dan has reclaimed the lead, but his tyres are more worn. And IQ really trying to get past Keyboard now. He realises it's cost him a chance at the lead. Hoyland actually closing in on these guys. I think only a second behind. Look at that. He's only about 1 second behind this battle. And we're starting to get a bit of darkness falling on the track now as well. Fazzy's had to pit because of the state of those tyres. I did say lap 5, didn't I? It does depend on the car. I think actually some of these guys could probably go to lap 7 or 8 here. But Hoyland also, look at these lap times, look at this consistency. 1/10 of a second between his last 2 laps, and the 2 laps before that separated by just 0.2 of a second. That is some consistency there, Hoyland, and I really hope that you get the reward for it. Meanwhile, IQ is still trying to get past Keyboard, and Keyboard definitely holding him up here. It looks like IQ has definitely got the speed on Keyboard here. It's just, can he get the pass? He's harrowing the back of him there, yeah, harassing him. He's going to go for a dive. He did, and the camera just cut away, but he didn't make it, did he? But now he's got so much extra grip on the exit, and look at Hoyland in the background as well. So IQ keeping close here. Let's go to the onboard camera. So he's in that tow, and this one should be doable. This should just be a case of pull out, under braking, and as long as you hold the inside, you want to be ducking underneath that boulder there. And yeah, get on the accelerator now, and you have got the place, my friend. So IQ up into second place. Can he hunt down Itsumi Dan? That is going to be the question. Can Keyboard come back at him? He's got to absorb some pressure now as IQ. Hoyland has caught this battle, by the way, and he's got better tyre wear than Keyboard as well. Oh, did I just see... Keyboard pitting, so he becomes... I was going to say one of the first to pit, but obviously the Corvette pitted last lap, and Itsumi Dan pits as well. So both Ferraris in the pits, and that's going to be interesting because they might have some traffic, but it is a very long pit lane here, so there is a chance that they come out behind these other cars such as Smith, and actually Carlsberg pitting. Oh, look at Carlsberg's front right. I did say that Lexus would be crap. Well, that is even crap would call that crap. That front right. Oh my gosh, how could he? I feel so sorry for Carlsberg, having to drive a car that's only got 3 wheels half of the time. Dear Carlsberg, can you make your car a Robin Reliant for the final race, like Fools and Horses style? Because you've had three wheels in most of these races, my friend, through no fault of your own. So Itsumi Dan comes out of the pit in 7th place with Labillion long distance ahead of him on track, just looking at the track map. Then we've got Keyboard out directly behind, and then it goes back down to stealth. So let's just see. I was about to say, is Hoyland going for the race lead? And he is. Now, this is a change of fortunes. Hoyland, we are so used to seeing down at the back, but here he is, legitimately fighting for the lead of a race. Come on, my friend. He had a go, didn't he? He nearly got him. Don't flash your lights, mate. Don't flash your lights. I'm not going to say anything to the stewards, but don't do that. It's against the rules. Obviously, the URL rulebook is extremely long and boring, but you know, we have to obey it. But he has the lead. That is something that that gives me great joy, and he's pitting straight away as well because he knows that he could get undercut here by IQ. So, and they are racing against the two Ferraris. So now we need to see what kind of an outlap those Ferraris are going to have. The medium tyres are around 1.5 seconds slower than the softs. At some tracks it's 2 seconds, it's more like 1.5 seconds here. We have got Hawkeye pitting from 3rd place, and Smith as well. So, Smith's tyres absolutely worn out as well. Look at the lap time, 2:05.7 is struggling a lot on those worn out tyres. This obviously promotes Labillion up the order. Those mediums haven't really worn out at all. So Labillion going around there in sort of 2:04s or low 2:05s. But what really matters now is who's going to be out into the lead of this race. So we go on board with Sumi Dan. Let's keep an eye. Let's go to his bonnet camera. And there, behind him, is the car of IQ. There is Sumi Dan. And what's happened to Hoyland? So Hoyland has fallen behind in the pit lane, and I don't know why. But he should be in a net 4th place after all of this anyway. So keep your head down, Hoyland. And IQ's got a penalty, so that could put Keyboard back in front. It's Sumi Dan with clear track and setting a purple first sector as well. Unusual on the mediums to see that. But here we go. So IQ. He's going to have Keyboard right up his back bumper here. Keyboard seems to be liking these medium tyres a bit more. The penalty has to be served right at the end of the lap, but it is a severe one. 1/2 second is actually quite a lot here, because you serve it right at the beginning of the straight. If you was to serve 1/2 second at the end of a straight, it's not so bad, but at the beginning, it's pretty horrible. So Keyboard is going to hold on to the inside, I think, here. Let's just see. But I think, yeah, he should have an overlap before we go through Camping Corner. Those cars really are nose to tail here. Yeah, Keyboard just hooks it onto that apex now. I've just remembered the name of that corner. I call it the slide, because you get a slide every time you go through it. Keyboard now looking favourite for 2nd place, but he's got to hold on to it for 5 more laps. Dan clear out in the lead now. In the lead, he's in 3rd place, but the 2 cars in front have to pit. The Saint holding on to those soft tyres for a long time, by the way, doing 2:04.2s there. Nothing compared to the 2:01 that Isumi Dan put in on his fastest lap, which actually was the last lap on those mediums. Wow, that is fast. That is right. Okay, I said in the intro that his qualifying time was insane. I think it might have been this lap that they was referring to. I just heard something about him setting an insanely fast lap. 2:01.1 on mediums in a race is nuts. I'm just going to say that is one heck of a pace he's driving at. And Keyboard Captain, yeah, just at the moment not keeping up. 2:03.6, but he did have to pass IQ. Let's see now, IQ coming under pressure from Hoyland. I did say that penalty would be really severe because you take it at the start of a straight. Hoyland has latched onto the back of him here, and we can see, by the way, why Hoyland had such a slow pit stop. Look at the fuel level. He just, I think, didn't realise that you don't need to refuel, or you don't need to put a full tank in at least. This is not a fuel limited race. Some races you do need fuel, but this one you don't. It does mean he's carrying more fuel as well, although it doesn't have a massive impact on lap time. Keyboard 1 second off his best lap, so he's looking at a 2:02.9 at best at the moment. Meanwhile, Isumi Dan is just in a league of his own here. He's just come alive. He was really struggling, wasn't he, on the soft tyres? Labillion pits on fumes, I must say. I don't know if he ran out before he reached the pit lane. But yes, Isumi Dan now can see 1st place, knows he doesn't have to overtake him, because the leader, the Saint, is going to pit eventually. And Keyboard there in third place. Oh, and Hoyland is having a go at IQ. So, is he going to go round the outside into turn one? Well, let's see. Bravery and respect between the two drivers as well. That is one where one of the two drivers has to back out, and in this case it was IQ. At one stage IQ was looking at being a new race winner here, but it's just dropped off for him, unfortunately. He doesn't seem to have quite the same pace on the mediums as he did on the hards, on the softs. But he's actually kept Hoyland really close here. And I dare say Hoyland might have a few nerves here, having not really ran in such a high position in any of the league races so far. Hoyland, it's always difficult when you're on a personal best because you're thinking, just hold it together. So those nerves will get better once he realises that he is clearly quicker than IQ. He caught IQ and passed him, so it suggests to me that he's driving that car quicker. But look at this. Now, the Porsche is known for its top end speed, and it allows him to get past Hoyland here. Now, Hoyland's got to do it all over again, unfortunately, but that Citroën GT is one of the best handling cars, in my opinion. It is such a strong Gr4 car, and that's just me making excuses for the fact that I'm being beaten by one of them in my league. But yes, in my league, we've got 3 Citroëns, and they are quite often 1, 2, and 3. So it has to be a fast car. I'm sure of it. Not to take anything away from the people driving them. Let's go back on board now with Hoyland. Let's give him some airtime here. He's nice and I was about to say nice and smooth, but just getting a bit of understeer and swiping the barrier, and that has given IQ a bit of breathing space down the back straight. As we come to start lap number 11, and it is now fully black outside as well. It's really dark out there. The headlights now are your guide, and he just caught that. That was a nasty moment there, and just having to back off as he goes through Valley 2 as well, and hooking it to the inside in through the North Tunnel. Let's see now, Keyboard, what lap times is he doing in clear air? He's doing 202.2s to 201.5 for Dan, although Dan did lose a bit of time on the lap before. He was still faster, and look at his lead. He's got most of the tunnel as his lead now. So at this stage, Dan can just kind of chill out a little bit. I think he's got the fastest lap, and he's out in front. And he's got the same machine as Keyboard as well. So maybe that first stint was just a case of Dan overheating his front right. It's easy to do around here. IQ seems to be holding on here, but even if Hoyland only gets 4th, that is still the best result of the season. He's out wide there, just having to get off accelerator. But he's matching his personal best, is Hoyland. And nice and tidy through there, actually. He's on the accelerator nice and early as well as we come down the dip. Let's see what's happening further down the grid. So I can see that there's a bit of a battle here between Hawkeye and Fazzy. And Stealth and the Saint as well. Now let's watch this one. I do try to catch everything. Sorry if I've missed any overtakes. So Stealth on the Saint. Those are nose to tail. And never really got going for Carlsberg, did it? Carlsberg maybe not a big fan of Trial Mountain. I'll have to ask him afterwards what he thinks of it. I heard that he just said a swear word and walked off. But Stealth then keeping... he's gone wide. He's gone wide. He's going to be very narrow for the second part here of the chicane. And yes, the Saint getting a run as a result of that. He's a bit too far back though. So yeah, it did look like Stealth was a bit too far to the right-hand side though, through the first chicane, first cut turn of the chicane. Let's watch him as we go through turn 1 here. Yeah, he's getting his wheels on that yellow rumble strip and then taking the dirt on the right, and then he's having to go down a gear for that though. You can take that nearly flat, at least in the cars that I've been driving. And then the exit of the tunnel is all about how early you can get on the accelerator. Braking at the yellow sign, he's missing the apex by a little bit there, but let's not pick on him for much longer. It's not fair, is it? This is a track where you have to hit those apexes though if you want the lap time. Now, what's Hoyland up to? Has he managed to reel in IQ? Not quite, but let's... Oh, actually, I turned away at the wrong time there. Let's just rewind because I have missed Fazzy on... so does Fazzy just run... Fazzy runs wide massively in the barrier, and Hawkeye just says thank you. So, as we go on board Hawkeye here, he'll just have so much more speed down through the tunnel, and then he just goes to the left, and Bob's your uncle. Bob's also the cameraman, as well as being your uncle. So what I'm saying is your uncle's the cameraman. So Hawkeye into 5th place. So it's a good result for Hawkeye here, this as well, by the way. Hawkeye's... Oh, he's just got overtaken straight away. Commentator's curse. I cursed him there, didn't I? I was like, oh, he's going great. Oh, he's just been overtaken. But still 6th place. Still one of his better results of the season if he holds on to it. I think his best result this season so far has been a 5th place. So let's see if he can match that. I can see on the radar that Hoyland is pretty close again to IQ, but it seemed closer on the map than it was in reality. There, he's starting to lose ground here. Let's see what his lap time's like. Yeah, he's had a very poor lap, 1.7 seconds off his best. Say that. His lap times on the mediums haven't been that bad. So 2038, 2035. Consistent. It's Sumidan out in a class of his own here, winning this by some distance. He just needs to drive round at this rate. His fuel light is on though, so he will probably know what he's doing. Let's see, he's not short shifting, so he knows that there's enough fuel. He'll have a readout on there saying how much fuel he's got left. Keyboard in second, IQ in third, followed by Hoyland. Then Fazzy's got himself a penalty. Now that could give Hawkeye a chance into the final corner, out of the final corner. Stealth in 7th, not really attacking or defending. He's pulled away from the Saint. And we've got Carlsberg in a bit of no man's land. And something has happened to Smith, by the way, that we've not noticed. And Rufus had that problem on the first lap. So he never got going after that, but Smith some distance back as well. So good outing then from Lebillion, because he's just been able to pick up a few positions from a few shenanigans. And when you're struggling to match the pace of the guys in front of you, that is a valid way of getting points, is just let everyone else outdrive themselves and get yourself a few points. So it's Sumidan. Flashes his lights. He's allowed to do that when he's crossing to win the race. Keyboard Captain comes across in 2nd place, and then 3rd place is IQ, followed very closely by Hoyland. He caught him back up on that lap. It was just that scruffy lap the lap before. And then let's just see. So Fazzy has to take his penalty. Oh, Hawkeye's got one as well though. So Hawkeye, doesn't have to serve his penalty, but it will be added after the race, and it will be rounded up to 1 second as well as a result of that. Then we've got Stealth, then we've got the Saint, then we've got Carlsberg with a penalty as well. Penalty is very popular on this final lap. It's all the rage right now. And then Lebillion in 10th place. We have a bit of a wait until Smith and Rufus cross the line. I think we've all got things to do this afternoon, so I'm not going to wait for Smith and Rufus. They are a corner behind and then half a lap behind. But there is your result. Dan, followed by Captain, followed by IQ, and a big shout out to Hoyland for a personal best finish and some genuine pace here as well. In the end, he was only 9/10 off the fastest lap set by Dan, and Dan was very much in a class of his own, so big shout out to Hoyland for that. Fazzy in 5th place, Hawkeye, Stealth, and Saint. Right, I'm going to grab myself a beer and get on with my weekend. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to be uploading the next race 1 day later from this. It will be set as it will be set as a premiere, so make sure that you come on and enjoy the live chat. I'll be there to talk to you all on the live chat. Do consider subscribing if you haven't already. Every little helps. Hey, look at that. My sound didn't cut out for a whole video as well. Who'd have thought that can actually happen? Wow. Yes, fixed my sound. So, have a great evening, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Good night.